Conor McGregor is an MMA fighter turned businessman known for his incredible knockout of previous champions, then never defending the belt, going partying too much, and taking Michael Chandler on a wild goose chase. Is that fight ever gonna happen? I don't know at this point. So McGregor was supposed to fight at UFC 303 this weekend. I was pretty hyped for it. I think it's a pretty interesting match. McGregor has the potential to knock out Chandler. Chandler has the potential to just drown McGregor. Because we all know McGregor loves cardio. But long story short, McGregor hurt his toe, had to pull out of the fight, and now Alex Pereira has stepped up to defend his title against Jiri. I can never pronounce that guy's last name. I've already done a video about Alex Pereira. If you want to see that, check it out. It's on my channel. But today I'm going to give you a full body workout designed to make you big and buff like Conor McGregor when he's in Roadhouse, probably taking some Mexican supplements, but we don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's go.
So we're gonna start this workout by developing some absolute strength, and one of the best ways to do that for the upper body is a good old-fashioned bench press. So we all know Conor is known for his power, right? But what is power? It is strength plus speed. So we need to work on that strength first. Now you always want the most important part of your training to be at the start so we can put the most energy into this. So that's why we're gonna do the bench first. Now because we're trying to work on strength, we wanna load it up and we wanna do 4 sets of 6 reps. And they gotta be hard. So let's lay down here. Line yourself up under here and let the light from the ceiling blind you, because that's always fun. Is we're gonna slow down the eccentric. We're gonna go 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3. And when we get here, we're gonna pause for a second and then we're gonna explode up. So 1, 2, 3, hold, up. We can do 6 of those. 2, 3, hold. So we want that slow eccentric to get the most control, the most time under tension that we can. We're gonna hold at the bottom to kind of take away any kind of elasticity. We wanna really generate as much strength and force as we can from the bottom position, because that's this position here, boom. And then we're going to explode as fast as possible, which, let me tell you, when it gets heavy, it doesn't move that fast, but we're gonna try. You're gonna push out as fast as possible. This isn't only just good for striking, right? But also grappling on the bottom. When you're on the bottom and someone's on top of you, Khabib's on top of you, trying to strangle you, and you're gonna push him off, which is, I mean, against Khabib, it's never gonna work. But I'm just saying, like, you have that explosive potential. So 4 sets, 6 reps. And because we're going heavy, we want like 3 minutes rest in between. We wanna have as much rest as possible so that every set is of the highest quality. Now, some people are gonna say, oh, incline's better, which, I mean, incline's pretty good. But in a well-structured program, you ideally want both. You want flat bench and incline bench. They both kind of play an amazing part in developing a complete upper body, developing power. But this is only one workout, so let's stick with the flat bench. Whee! So from there, we're gonna move on to the leg press. We've seen Conor use this a little bit recently. I like the leg press, but I don't love it. I think squats are the ultimate lower body exercise, but this is a great alternative. Conor's also coming from a leg injury. I don't know why I pointed to my knee, but he broke his shin. This is a great way that we can progressively overload the body and develop some really good strength gains without as much pressure on the rest of our body. There is a little bit less mechanical requirements, technical requirements, as opposed to the squat. Now, there was no actual video of Conor doing this. It was just little sneaky little pictures of him. Look how much the leg press. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna use the same kind of eccentric loading as we did with the bench press. We're gonna go 3 seconds down. Let's hold at the bottom there and up. We're still gonna do 4 sets of these. We're gonna do 8 reps. We're gonna keep the reps in a bit more of a moderate range, but we still wanna maintain the mechanical tension throughout the whole set. We're gonna aim to rest 2 to 3 minutes between each set, keeping the mechanical tension high, focusing on that power development, because who doesn't like to kick people really hard? Wah. So next up, we have a good old-fashioned antagonist superset. Basically a superset involving 2 opposing muscle groups doing a similar function. Now what we've seen Conor do in the past is we've seen him go from a dumbbell shoulder press straight into a chin-up. Post clip. While I do like this superset, I think we could make it better. The chin-up is arguably the harder exercise. So let's do it first. Let's start with 6 chin-ups. Let's pump these out real quick. Make sure we have a either neutral grip or a supinated grip or semi-supinated grip. We want a little bit more bicep engagement. Make sure we got a full stretch at the bottom. That keeps falling off and it's annoying me. Instead of doing a shoulder press, we're gonna do a dumbbell push press. So it's basically a shoulder press, but we're just gonna spring with our legs a little bit. This is where we start to work on power. We're gonna transfer the energy from our legs to that upper body. And we're gonna do 10 of these bad boys. I lost count. Now we're gonna take the strength that we got from the leg press, the strength that we got from the bench press. Boom! We're gonna transfer that into some explosive power. Because in punching, we're never really just punching with our arm. It all starts from our leg. Bah, we're getting that boom. That's what we're trying to train our body to do. So for this one, we're gonna go 3 sets. We'll have a 90-second rest in between each one, and then it's time for some abs. So we're gonna do an abs superset. Now, Conor likes hanging leg raises, and to be fair, they're a fantastic exercise, but not everybody can do them. Plus, because we're supersetting them, it is a bit easier to do the regression of that. We're gonna do leg raises into Russian twists. Conor does like those Russian twists, and developing strength in the obliques is pivotal to enhancing punching and kicking power because rotation is key. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down, legs out, keep those feet off the floor, and we're gonna go up and then pulse our hips off the floor. Boom. All right. So we're gonna do 10 of these bad boys. We're gonna sit up, grab that ball, and we're gonna do some Russian twists, okay? It's up to you if you wanna keep your legs off the floor. Sometimes people like to stack their feet or like cross their feet, doesn't matter. All I care about is that your shoulders are off the floor. We're kind of in like a half sit-up position. So we're not here, we're not like all the way down here. We're in this half sit-up position, and we're just going to touch the floor. And we are going to do 10 on each side. Boom, that's 1, 2, so forth until 10. It's a pretty complete abdominal superset. Big fan. I will say hanging leg raises are probably the better way to do it. If you have room to do a hanging leg raise into a Russian twist, hell yeah, do that. But by this point, our arms may be a bit fatigued, so holding on to the bar to do the hanging leg raises may be a bit of a challenge. Conor has his like little strap things here that he kind of like sits his arms in and he just holds him. And there's leg raise machines where you kind of sit like this. You can use those too, that's fine. We're just trying to do some lower abdominal leg raise. So we're gonna do 3 sets of that, 10 reps on the leg raises, 10 reps on the Russian twists. We're only gonna rest about 60 seconds for that one. But if you do hanging leg raises and if you do load quite a bit of weight onto the Russian twists, I would up the rest to about 90 seconds. Hell, even 2 minutes. What's next? Did you say cardio? Now, I always put conditioning in my workouts. I find that conditioning is underused by a lot of general population, but it is the best thing you can do to improve not just your cardio and cardiovascular health, but your general weightlifting. If your cardio is better, you recover more effectively through the sets and just makes life easier. But we also know that cardio is not Conor's friend. Don't know if you noticed, he gasses pretty quick. But tell you what, we always see him on the bike. When I was looking up some of his training to make this program, I noticed he does a lot of bike work, like a lot. I don't see him on the assault bike, I don't see him on the skier, the rower. Actually, I did see him on the rower once, but predominantly he is on the bike. So that's what we're gonna do. Now to keep it true with Conor, we are going to do high intensity intervals. We are going to go 10 seconds on, as fast as you can, 50 seconds at a moderate pace. Hell, even like a 3 out of 10. We are working really high intensity bursts of power. And then what we're doing is we are also training our body's ability to recover through movement. Active recovery, some call it. Let's hit that 10 seconds. Was that 10? There's no timer on this thing. I can't see a timer. And then we're gonna wait 50 seconds at a moderate pace. Control your breathing. If you can help it, try not to breathe through your mouth. It's hard when I'm talking, but do all your breathing through your nose. Especially when you're competing and you have a mouth guard in, your ability to breathe through your mouth is compromised.
So that's gonna actually help with that. So for this, we're gonna do 4 to 8 intervals, depending on your fitness level. Remember, 10 seconds on, 50 seconds, active recovery. I'm serious, the assault bike, this one's a bit strange for me. Look what you've done to me, assault bike. You beautiful bastard. Well, there you go, guys. There's a full body, strength focused workout to help you become the highlight reel of your own life. So give it a shot, let me know what you think. And like I said before, Alex Pereira is fighting this weekend instead of Conor McGregor, but I've already done a video about him, so if you want to check that out, it's on the channel, it will be linked in the description. Give it a shot, let me know how you go. Like and subscribe for some more goodness, and I'll see you in the next one.